Because of the reception of Justice League, there's a lot of debate going on amongst moviegoers about Rotten Tomatoes. Does a movie having a lower tomato score than another necessarily mean that it's a worse movie? Everyone's fighting over that right now. One thing that everyone can agree on though is that if a movie gets a tomato score of 0, it's probably bad. So today we're gonna take a look at some movies with 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. If you're new to Screen Rant, you can hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to stay up to date with our new stuff. The Ridiculous Six was kinda doomed before it even came out. And I don't mean because it's an Adam Sandler movie, although that doesn't seem to help these days. This film became controversial during production when some extras walked off the set and contacted the press. They were like, hey, Adam Sandler's making a movie out there that's pretty offensive to Native Americans. It turns out the movie wasn't so much offensive as it was just stupid and not funny. Somehow though, Netflix reported this as being one of their most successful original movies ever. If you see a movie that's advertised with something like, from 3 of the 7 writers of Scary Movie 4 or something like that, you can be pretty sure it's a big old piece of garbage. That's exactly the case with The Starving Games, which if you didn't get is supposed to be a parody of The Hunger Games. It's a very subtle and clever play on the title, so if you didn't get it, that's cool. All these movies are a collection of lazy pop culture references and bathroom jokes. Most of the jokes involve celebrity lookalikes showing up and then being hit with something or exploding. Classic comedy works every time, except in this case because no one liked it or thought it was funny. Also, there are no cases of that ever being funny. Here's another one from Adam Sandler's production company, which apparently just makes whatever it wants. Bucky Larson Born to Be a Star is a movie about a guy with a micro penis who becomes a porn star. That's it. That's the premise. I don't know how much market research went into greenlighting this movie, but apparently somebody thought it was a solid business move to put Nick Swartzen in a bad wig and buck teeth and let him make micro penis jokes for like an hour and a half. It wasn't. It was a bad one. Cabin Fever was a 2002 low-budget horror movie that launched the career of Eli Roth. That has 63% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is that in 2016, someone decided it was a good idea to remake that movie, and to do it with a low budget. If that sounds like a pointless thing to you, then congratulations, you're smarter than the people that put this movie together. It's pretty much beat for beat the same thing as the original Cabin Fever, but with a different cast. It's like a worse, pointless remake that didn't even wait long enough after the original. I think Bruce Willis's entire career at this point is just people approaching him with bags of money and being like, hey, do you want to come be Bruce Willis in our movie? And him being like, yes. Well, the people behind Precious Cargo apparently approached him with the right number because he starred in this movie with Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. And it feels like what would happen if someone just watched 10 subpar action movies and then tried to make one themselves. In other words, it sucks, it's derivative, and it's bland. And if you give Bruce Willis enough money, he'll appear in your movie. But don't expect any acting because Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis. Well, that does it for today's video. Let us know in the comment section if there are any other movies you think deserve 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Also, if you're watching this on the Screen Rant Facebook page, you can hit that link to jump over to YouTube and subscribe. Thanks for watching.